Hey there, Boots Owen here. I've got a Gtech AR01 vacuum cleaner, 22 volt AR01. Let's see if we can find a name on it somewhere. There it is, DM001. This thing's full of hair, so I'm just going to give it a clean. Believe it or not, this is all from a rocking horse. Now, there's a way of getting in here, and I think it involves 2 screws. So let's see which side I'm going to do. I might have to do both sides. Long and a short screw. This machine owes me nothing. It came from a dustbin a long time ago. Now, these things sometimes rotate out a bit or something. Don't really know. What are we doing here? Let's see. Screwdriver, perhaps. There we go. That just snaps off, and there's a bit. Oh, that's not great. There's a bit of plastic burning in there, which is a sign of friction and hair. So that one comes out. These they lift off that knob. They lift off at the back and then just pop out. That side's okay. We're missing a bush. Oh, the bushing has gotten stuck in there. So that should really be in the end cap. Now I think I have a spare end cap for one of these. I don't know if it's this model. I'll push that back in. We'll put some oil on that. So this isn't too big a job really. And this stuff, what was I going to say? Believe it or not, rocking horse hair is what this is, which is somewhat unbelievable, but there you go. Get your scissors and just trim it off. You could use a sharp knife. So this stuff is horsehair, so it's extremely hard. It's not like pet hair, which is often quite light. Cat hair, which goes up my nose. This stuff is just, it's almost like wire. It was used in upholstery once upon a time and used in plaster on houses, but this one, it's genuine horsehair that's on a genuine rocking horse. And it's so old and brittle that it keeps falling off. And the horse one day will be bald, but that's the topic of a different video perhaps in the future. The rocking horse with alopecia. So you just keep going at this, nibbling away. Oh, I've very foolishly turned the dust bucket upside down. It's a bad idea on this machine. I'll show you what I mean in a second. The canister that it's a bagless vacuum that the dust accumulates in. The canister doesn't really like being upside down. Unless you're cleaning it, emptying it. Can't remember which side was which. So you want to get all the hair out. Sometimes hair gets stuck in here and you really need to poke it out. If it does, it's a proper pain. So let's lift out that fellow. Yeah, you see what's happened there. All the dust that's in the bottom, it's about to crawl out, but we've caught it in time. I think. Let's just give that a tap. A bit of dust there. Right. Does this one go this side? I don't know. Slots in. End cap on. I'll put a little drop of oil in it. Just the littlest drop. They're bronze bushing. Is that what you'd call them? So just snap it in, and then the screws will go back in. Screw it up in a moment. So you can see there's quite a nest of hair there. This is routine maintenance, but a lot of people don't do it, and a lot of the brushes that I get, a lot of the vacuum cleaners with brushes that I'll get, are just caked in hair, and then what happens is the hair gets in here, gets blocked, the thing melts like that one had shown signs of, and then it doesn't spin, and then the machine kind of conks out because the motor has an overload protector in it sometimes, especially on these battery ones, so that it doesn't kill itself by burning out the motor, which is a good thing, but you're in the middle of vacuuming, it's frustrating. There's something in there caught. It's just fluff. Okay, I think I'll call that good enough. Let's have a look at this one. I'll just scrape it out. See, it's the plastic here that's been rubbing off the other thing, off the other plastic. So just a drop of oil. The remaining hairs out of the way. There we go, snapped in. And back to action. Let's see. There's a more modern one. I've lost the screw. A more modern variety of these that you just push a button in on the end. This is the one that's falling out here. You just push a button in on the end of the plastic and it pops out, which is good. Much easier than screws. I think a lot of homeowners, a lot of domestic users wouldn't have the patience even for taking some screws out. I know that sounds quite silly, but I think that's the truth. If it came down to it, they wouldn't want to do this kind of maintenance. They bring it to the shop, but there does seem to be some kind of a thing where something's more than 5 years old and then you're not going to pay a shop to fix something that you've kind of done your own depreciation analysis on in your head. That's it fixed. I won't show you it working because I've got the dust thing. That's all you do, especially if it's jamming and the motor kind of starts and then stops. Could be too full of hair. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.